Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Hopkinton High School turf fields on this foggy day for Hopkinton Hillers girls varsity soccer as the TVL champion. Hopkinton Hillers take on the Westwood Wolverines. Hopkinton 11-3-2 on the season. Westwood 7 wins, 5 losses, 5 ties. And as you can tell, we have a foggy one out there today, and it will more than likely certainly have an impact on this game. I think Westwood might have a slight advantage in the pink jerseys, as they'll be able to see each other a little more clearly than the Hopkinton Hillers, who are in their dark green jerseys. They might have some difficulties out there trying to see where their teammates are on the field, but it should be certainly a very interesting game, to say the least. Tom Nappy, happy to be with you on the call. Gene Comiskey on camera. And we are just about ready to go here on this foggy day. Temperatures are in the low 60s. And the TVL champion Hillers looking to rack up some more wins to get some home games in the postseason. The more wins you got, the better chance you have at capturing a home game. And I'm going to do my best to call the action here today, but I will say it's not going to be that easy. And I am unable to wear my eyeglasses as they keep fogging up on me. So we will give it our best here as the Hillers start off with possession, working left to right across your screen. Ball is along the far side. Now at midfield, sent up by Nina. Driving in. And that shot is just wide. Was it touched by the keeper? It is certainly, and it will be Westwood ball. And it looks like the goalie having her cleat tied over there. But it is very difficult to see out here. That is for sure. It'll be interesting with field hockey tonight. If this fog's still around, even with the lights, it's going to make it extremely difficult to see where that ball is. Up along the far side. And there is not a chance I'm going to be able to really give you the number of the players on the far side, as I could barely see the jersey number, but we'll do our best. Wolverines trying to work it up. Here comes the Hillers, Nina. Up along the near side now, sent up by Scaff. Or excuse me, that was Joy. Sent back now. Ellie Driscoll. Westwood able to get it back, as that is sent up the near side by Lily Hancock. Cleared away by the Hillers. Hillers trying to establish the pressure early on, as sending it to the far side is Shannon Griffin. Up along the sideline. And the two officials out there, they're going to have some trouble too. They're going to have to really kind of stick right around the sidelines to see if the ball stays in play or not. It is going to be a difficult task here today for these officials. Along the far side, Hillers with possession, sent up. Back into Westwood territory, cleared away by Ella Mason. Sent down to Hancock. And back and forth we go as the Hillers send it over to the far side. Good send away there, I believe. I'm not quite sure who that was that sent it over. Can't see the number. I want to say it was Kylie Skiba. Up along the far side now. throw in Westwood. Set up by Mackenzie Kaiser. And here comes the Hillers working up the far side. That's sent off. And out of play. It is going to be a throw-in for the Hillers. Up along the end line. Sent back towards the box. Out in front, and a good save by the keeper. There's Allison McCabe, the senior in net. Just over 4 minutes into action here in half number one of this foggy game. Here goes Lily Hancock working against Ellie Driscoll. Sent over. Driving down now, Connaughton. Sent back to midfield. And the keeper sends it off. Wolverines trying to work it upfield. Nina gets in the way. Suganetos sends it over to Joy. Now with it is Recupero. Back to Nina. Over to DuPont. Centering pass. Closing in and diverted is Emerson Joy. She got a little tripped up there. Along the far side. Trying to close in. These two teams always have some great battles against each other. As Driscoll sends it to the near side, DuPont back to Nina. Good battle for it. Header at midfield by Burt Whistle. Good to see Burt Whistle back into action. DuPont. Joy trying to drive in. Sends it into the box, and it was a nice look as she was trying to get it over to DuPont. Hillers led by head coach Tom Skiba. He's done a terrific job with this program at developing these players and leading them to a TVL championship that they clinched last week in a road game with a win over Ashland. And as far as Westwood, they are led by head coach Seth Lukash, who's done a nice job with the Westwood program. Westwood, they are very competitive just about every year on the soccer field. It's not very often you don't see them in the postseason. And you'll likely see them there again this year. As Recupero sends it over, Clark trying to get it over to Joy, sent to the far side. Up along the sideline is Clark, out of bounds it goes. It'll be a Westwood throw-in. Wolverines trying to work it up the sideline, getting in there for the Hillers, Veronica White. Here's Hancock, putting on the moves. Good steal by Birtwistle. I believe Brooke Birtwistle, she's been, I believe she was injured for a while. But she is back out there, and her team's certainly happy to have her. Good block there by Westwood's Ava Connaughton. Connaughton trying to approach. Birtwistle in front of her. That'll be a battle to watch on the left side. And sent to the net, and it is wrapped up. Pretty good boot from the corner of the box by Hancock. And that is Anna Tomaz in net for the Hillers, who is barely visible. It is very foggy down by the Hillers' goal. Perhaps that'll benefit the Hillers a bit, or perhaps it'll negatively affect the goaltender. We shall see. But luckily it is a white ball, so I think that helps a bit. Sent up. Along the far side now. And it looks like we have a tripped up player on the left side of the box. And it's perhaps a shooken up player as well. Looks like there was some simultaneous contact there between two of the... there's a Westwood player down, it looks like, and a Hopkinton player. So with the injury stoppage, 29:56 left, we will step aside on HCAM. And we are just about ready to continue on. It looks like Harpic Morrison was the injured player for Westwood. And I think it was Madison Recupero who got a little shooken up for the Hillers on that simultaneous contact there. They seem to be okay. We certainly hope they are. And Recupero getting checked out by the trainer right now. Certainly hope that she's okay. Looked like some hard contact over there. And you wonder if that was a fog issue or if they just both were trying to play the ball. But fog is certainly going to affect how good you see your teammates out there as well as your opponents. Here goes Courtney Rodig. And a nice move there by Birtwistle to get it away from her. And it's sent up the near side. DuPont sends it back over. Nina along the far side. Zuganedos. Here goes Clark. She has moves. Tripped up there. She ran in to a couple of Westwood defenders. Birtwistle airs it out. And that's wrapped up by the keeper. 11 minutes into action here in the first half. Scoreless game on this foggy day between the Hillers and Westwood. Sets up the near side by Hancock. Into the box, wrapped up by Tomaz. Aired out by Driscoll. Trying to close in. DuPont trying to get through. Stolen away. She runs into traffic there. Griffin pops it out of play. Sent down by Ella Mason. Pass over by Granzos. Johnson feeds it over to Nina. Emerson Joy gets it in the direction of DuPont. On the near side, Joy. Yeah, that's sent down by Westwood's Ella Mason. Johnson. Tanina. Scoots it forward over to Clark. And now here goes DuPont. And a shot deflected. Good shot by DuPont. Hiller's trying to continue the pressure. Nina coming in from the far side. Cleared away. Now towards midfield. Here goes Ruby Corrington. She goes up the far side. It's taken away by a defender. Burt Whistle going to air that out. Sent back to the keeper. Aired out back into Hiller's territory. Along the far side, Granzos tracking it down. Sent up by Burt Whistle. Westwood trying to approach. Mason. Now approaching is Allison Wen. Sent down by Mason, looking for Lily Hancock. Out of play it goes, throwing Hillers. Along the near side, and that stays in play. Rolled right along the line. Set down by Sienna Horn. Pass over by Connaughton. Hiller's working it up the far side. There goes Nina. She's diverted there. Over to Skiba. Skiba looking for DuPont. Up along the near side, out of play on Westwood. Throw in by Driscoll. She'll do it again. Skiba trying to close in. Good send-off looking for Nina. And a little too much in front of her. Into the game for Westwood, Isabella Wen, freshman, coming in for Shannon Griffin. Along the far side. Sent over by Johnson. DuPont. Just trying to scoot it up to Joy. Here goes Wen. She'll send it down. Back and forth along the far side. Out of play Hillers. Throw in Westwood. And that is to the very foggy corner. And out of play, it looks like. It's going to be a corner for Westwood. I did not catch the number on who is taking it and can barely see who is taking it right now. And a loose ball. That was deflected. Good job by Tomas with that deflection. Clark. Sent over to Johnson from White. Back and forth along the far side. Here goes Hancock. Hancock closing in. Burt Whistle's there, able to divert. Air it out towards the box. Wolverine starting to build up some pressure. Rodig. And now 17 with it, Allison Wen. She'll take the shot deflected by Burt Whistle. Past the defender, picked up by Tomas. She gets rid of it. Header by DuPont. Sent down by Horn. Johnson sending it to the far side. At a play. It'll be a Hiller throw-in. Looking for Clark. Cleared away. Nice moves by Nina along the far side. Sends it over towards DuPont, approaching, and the keeper comes out able to scoop it away. That was a big save there by the goalie. DuPont had a wide open lane to the net. Hancock brushes it over to the far side and out. Throw in Hillers. Back out it goes. Coming in for the Hillers, Anaga Kulkarni. And for Westwood, we got two number 7s out there. Now, I believe one of them is Corinne Champagne. Along the near side. Wolverines do indeed have two number 7s on the field right now. To make things even a little more confusing for us. Kilcarney gets in there. DuPont airs it out, looking for Nina. Salganedos sends it back. Clark. She was trying to work that far side. It's sent away for the moment. Back to Clark now. "19 minutes and counting left to go in this first half. And this Fog Bowl remains scoreless. Throw in Driscoll. Carney gets in there. Now DuPont challenging. And that's sent up towards the end line. It's going to go Westwood's way. Sienna Horn will send it off. It's going to be a Hiller free kick. Bert Whistle will take it. Airs it out, gets under that one. Into the box. Defender plays it off her body. And Skiba with a shot, a little high. Allison McCabe will get rid of it. Airs it out. Along the midfield area, Champagne had a play along the far side. Throw in Westwood. I believe it's a Wolverine who has it over there along the far side. And I think it went out of play. Hiller ball. Back towards midfield. Into Westwood territory. Clark was trying to sneak by. Wolverines working it along the far side. With it, Wen sends it over. Along the very foggy corner. And sent along the end line towards the net. Tomas got in there. I think the fog might be getting worse as the game goes on, if that's even possible. It's going to be a corner for Westwood. And there is no possible way I can tell you who's taking it. And Westwood scores. So it's a 1-0 Wolverines lead. Unfortunately, I don't know who scored due to vision issues here with this fog. But at 15:51 left to go in the first, it's 1-0 Westwood. So I'm hearing the goaltender caught it and then dropped it and it went in the net. And I wonder what the coaches down there are talking about with the official. And you wonder if at any point this fog would become an issue in continuing this game. It is very difficult to see anything. And it does look like there's a good amount of fans along the sidelines, which are barely visible. That looks like the trainer staff talking with the officials. So I wonder if it is about the fog here today, and that being perhaps a issue in playing this game. So we have an official stoppage, and right now we're going to step aside until they figure out what's going on. You are tuned in to Hiller Girls Varsity Soccer on HCAM. Welcome back in to the Hopkinton High School turf field. So that whole stoppage was due to the fog. The athletic director and trainers were asking the players if they are seeing okay. Kylie Murray. And it wouldn't surprise me if at some point, if this fog got any worse, this game got stopped and made up at some other point. Kilcarney trying to get in there. Both teams would certainly like to continue on and not have to make it up. And play along that far side. Throwing Hillers. I don't know if I'd want to be playing soccer in this, I can tell you that. Hillers trying to work it up. Kilcarney sent it over. DuPont tripped up. And free kick Hillers. They're going to have a good angle on this too. Burtwhistle and Driscoll are lined up. We'll see who takes it. Looks like Burtwhistle, and it's wrapped up. That is sent to midfield. On the far side and out. On the far side, sent towards the box. Westwood just able to clear it out. Wolverine's going to have a couple substitution. And this is supposed to be a field hockey game tonight as well for the Hillers. If this fog is around, I don't know how you're going to play field hockey with that small ball. It won't surprise me if that game perhaps gets postponed. But as of right now, as far as we know, the game is still on, but if we get any word, we'll certainly let you know. Hiller field hockey set to take on Ashland tonight. And that was a game that we were hoping to have for you on HCAM, but it looks like there's a good amount of pop-up showers that are going to continue throughout the area, so we're not sure quite yet if we will be out here for that game due to the fact we don't have any overhead coverage here, and we certainly have to take our equipment into consideration. Along the far side, Wolverines have the ball, I think. Looks like back and forth they go on the far side. And yeah, that fog is just continuing to get worse. And with rain heading this way, that's going to add on to it even more. And if we get a significant pop-up shower during this game, there's a chance that we unfortunately won't be able to broadcast, but we're hoping that will not be the case. along the far side. It's going to be Hiller's ball. We'll kick it away. Along the far side. And how play it goes. Hiller's trying to, they're going to have a free kick. They're going to likely try to air it out towards the box. Into the box, off the keeper, loose ball, sent away. Along the far side, that's sent over. Picked up by Hancock. Passes it over. Into the box. And wrapped up by Tomas. Good save there by the keeper. Along midfield. Westwood trying to work it up the far side, back and forth along that far side. Out in front. Miller's trying to work it along that far sideline. Miller's working it upfield. Along the left side of the box. And there's a shot. I believe it was Georgina Clark. And it's wide. And we have a timeout on the field, 7:58 left to go. It's a 1-0 Westwood lead on HCAM. right, folks, they got the lights on here, and to be honest with you, it doesn't make much of a difference. It is still very difficult to see out there. Maybe a slight difference, but nothing significant. But they are going to at least continue on with this half. There's 7:58 left to go. It is a 1-0 Westwood lead, and I guess we'll see if they continue on with the second half. But the one piece of information I could share with you is we will not be here for field hockey, unfortunately, due to approaching storms. So we will try to have the rest of this soccer game for you, but we will not be here for tonight's field hockey game. We apologize for any inconvenience. Along the near side, trying to work upfield is Lily Hancock. And we get a trip. It's going to be a free kick for Westwood. Taking it is going to be Ava Connaughton. And that's if the field hockey game even takes place tonight. There's a very good chance that gets postponed if this fog remains to be such an issue. Especially in field hockey with that small ball, it's going to be, I think, even a tougher sport to play in this than soccer. Airs it out to the net. Tomas wraps it up. Good save. Certainly stay tuned to the Hiller Athletics Twitter account and our Twitter account as well. We'll pass on any word if we hear about any postponements. But unfortunately, we'll be unable to broadcast that game tonight. Skiba at midfield. Airs it out. Nina sends it forward. It also won't surprise me if they try to make it through the first half of this game, finish that, and make up the second half down the road. Along the far side, a throw-in for the Hillers. And back out of play it goes. Hillers will have another throw-in. Corner of the box, that's sent over. And it's going to be a throw-in for the Hillers as it's sent out of play. Taking it is Veronica White. Into the box. Header. Back and forth headers. Trying to get in there is Joy. Throw in Westwood. Along the far side. Wolverines trying to approach. Skiba gets in there. With it now is Hancock. And that long stoppage earlier, they waited for the lights to come on, and they're making maybe the very slightest of differences. But still a very significant fog and a vision issue. So it'll be interesting to see if they do play the second half of this game. I think they may try, but we'll wait and see. Anything is on the table at this point. Clark sends it along the far side and is booted out of play. And we're going to get a substitution for Westwood. 3.5 minutes and counting left to go in this first half. the far side. Trying to take it is Griffin. Westwood driving up the field. And a play goes, throw in Westwood. There's a boot. Top of the box. Sent over. And it's stolen away. Burt Whistle. Sends it up to Clark. Clark driving up the field. Puts on a move. Shot deflected. Well, Clark got what she wanted there. A little open territory, but a good job by the Westwood defender getting in there at the last second to deflect that one. Mackenzie Kaiser. Throwing for the Hillers. Burt Whistle. Airs it out. Trying to close in. Shot, and it's in! Fotini Granzo makes it 1-1. What a beauty of a job there by Granzos. Right at the 2-minute mark, makes it 1-1. And we have ourselves a tie game. If you're going to drive anywhere tonight, be careful. It's very foggy out there. Certainly not great driving conditions. Along the far side. Sent over by Connaughton. That was a great goal there by the sophomore Fotini Granzos to tie it up. Had the open opportunity. Was able to take advantage. And here she goes again up the near side. And this time the keeper will box her out to allow the ball to go out. There's it out. Wolverines trying to move it up. Sent over by Hancock. Trying to approach. That is McGrail. On the far side and out. Back and forth along the far side. Aired out by Mason. And that'll do it for the first half. After one half of play, it's Hopkinton 1, Westwood 1. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Soccer on HCAM. ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this very foggy Hopkinton High School turf field. We have received word this game will not be continuing today. They are going to make up the rest later on. It is just too foggy out there, and it's actually getting worse as I speak. You could barely see anything out there. So this game will be postponed. It is 1-1 at the half. They'll make up the second half down the road, but they will not be continuing on here today. So on that note, that is going to wrap it up for our broadcast. At the halftime break, it's 1-1, but this game is going to be continued at a later date due to the major fog issues we are having here today. So that'll wrap things up. For Gene Comiskey on camera, I'm Tom Nappy. We thank you for tuning in to Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Soccer, and we apologize you didn't get to enjoy the full game here today, but sometimes Mother Nature wins, and today's just one of those days. But thanks again for watching, everybody. Take care, be well. We'll talk to you again soon. Have a great rest of your day.